Houston is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
Up to the 20. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the Niners 36-yard line.
In motion left goes Allen. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
And Lance now to throw.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And Lance's throw taken in here by Fuller.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Touchdown, Chargers! Gerald Everett, 32 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers 14, 49ers nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Cluster 6.
Here's Lance to throw it.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Ready, go.
To throw, it's Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. It's Eckler again. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 72 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Hopkins' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Niners at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Ready up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Fight, 97. 6, mega. Jackrabbit, jackrabbit.
From midfield, here's Lance.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Let's go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
The Lance going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain, so he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. Pushes him over. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
90 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Second down and goal. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Justin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Niners can go for first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Check, man. Ready.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now Lance throwing on second down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down.
Throwing now is Lance.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down.
Give them 11 on the gain there. And the 49ers are going to get a first.
On play action, Lance.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
65. Hey, alert! Hey,
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the air again. Herbert nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Eckler.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Touchdown! Austin Eckler, a 2-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
And Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back in his own 49.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Michel running up the gut, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
play action. It's Herbert. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And
take over possession here up at the 44.
the Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfold.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A.
Austin Eckler,
his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. On second down, McCaffrey. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we...
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Now a handoff coming left to Spiller.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to go play action now with Stick. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover,